So where is your vertebral column? Is actually, you can see the colored region here. So these whole things from the red color to the green and pink color here is the vertebral column. So vertebral column, you can see there's so many bones. For this vertebral column, we are not mentioning them bones. We call them vertebrae. Okay, so you have so many vertebrae. In total, 33. In total, we have 33 vertebrae attached together here. You can feel your vertebral column, right? So this vertebral column, they attach together and it is very strong, very flexible. This is very important because inside this vertebral column, we have our spinal cord. The spinal cord is the very important nerve system. You know what is nerve? N-E-R-V-E. Important nerve system. So they protect it inside, and this also support your head, and then they support all the muscle can attach to here, the back muscle, and put surveys for the ribs and the pelvic girdle. So for the pelvic girdle, you might not know what is that first, but at least you know what is rib. Rib is this one. Rib is this. So basically, from here, from the picture, you can know the axial skeleton consists of the skull, the vertebral column. Oops, there's one more joining. So hi everyone. So it consists of the ribs and sternum. So what is rib and sternum? It looks like this. The blue color region here, we call it ribs, and the green color at the center part here, we call it sternum. You can actually feel your ribs when you try to touch your heart, your breast, you can feel the ribs. And the sternum is just at the center here. You can touch it. When you touch it, you can feel your ribs, sternum. You can also feel your vertebral column at the back. So there are 12 pairs. So you can see 1 until 12. 12 pair of the ribs which articulate with the sternum. They are connected with the sternum. They not only connected to the sternum, they also connect to the back, because the back here is the vertebrae, especially the thoracic vertebrae is connected here. So they form a cage. It's like a cage to protect your heart, your lungs. So your heart, your lungs is inside here. So now have you clear about the axial skeleton? So axial skeleton is basically all the bones at the center from your head to the toes. Okay. After you know what is the axial skeleton, then we move on to the appendicular skeleton. Remember, if you don't understand or you need me to slow down or explain again, please raise your hand and tell me. So appendicular skeleton here. So when you look at the picture, you can understand. The pink color one, you can see all the pink or red color is actually appendicular skeleton. And you see all the brown, kind of brown or cream color here is actually your axial skeleton. Okay, so beside the center part, the rest of your bones, we name it appendicular skeleton. So appendicular skeleton, we have 4 major parts. We have pectoral girdle, pelvic girdle. So let's see what is pectoral girdle. Pectoral girdle is actually over here. We can call shoulder girdle, but basically or normally we didn't call it shoulder girdle. We call it pectoral girdle. Pectoral girdle. So pectoral girdle, you also can feel is at your shoulder here. Okay, everyone, you must turn on your camera. So now we are at the notes, page 66. Okay, notes, page 66. So the first sections of your appendicular skeleton will be your pectoral girdle. Pectoral girdle, you can feel here, is at your shoulder. Pectoral girdle consists of this scapula and clavicle. You can see down here is your scapula. You can feel from the behind part. And upper part here, the straight one here, is your clavicle. So this part we call pectoral girdle. Pectoral girdle, it connect what? It connect the upper limbs to the axial skeleton. So where is upper limb? So upper limbs is over here. This we call it upper limbs. Okay, upper limbs is actually your hand. So upper limbs it consists of humerus, metacarpal, so many things. So you look it here. Upper limb consists of many things. You have the humerus, the big bone here. You can feel your arm here. And then ulna and radius is over here. And you have your carpa, metacarpal, phalanges. So everything is here. And this is the name. You might not able to remember all the names here, but at least what you need to remember is these four: pectoral girdle, upper limb, pelvic girdle, and lower limb. At least you need to remember these four, okay? So after this will be your pelvic girdle. Pelvic girdle is at your lower part here, before your leg. So pelvic girdle will consist of two hip bones. Usually this is a kind of big bones. You can feel as well. And it will support your whole body weight and also support the vertebral column. Why? You can see the vertebral column, they connect with this pelvic girdle. Okay? So from here, the pelvic girdle, it will protect your urinary bladder and reproductive organ. So all your kidney, your urinary bladder, everything is all under here. And the reproductive organ, especially for the female reproductive organs. Okay, and compared to the man, the female pelvic bone, the female bone here is flatter, broader, and larger. Why female part here is larger? Because you can carry your baby. If that's someday you need to have, you are pregnant, you need to have a baby, you need to have a very strong support from your pelvic girdle, from your pelvic bone to support the weight of the baby as well. So compared to male, which don't need to give birth, female pelvic bone is like larger or broader. Okay. So this is the pelvic bones. And connecting with the pelvic bones will be the lower limb. So here is the lower limb. So lower limb, what you have? It consists of all this. So all this is what? You consist of femur, the largest bone here. This is patella, connecting bone, and tibia, fibula, all the bones. You have tarsa, metatarsa, and phalanges. So basically, the whole thing here, from your hip to your legs to your toes, is the lower limb. So lower limb, and especially the femur. So the femur will be the largest, longest, strongest, and heaviest bone on the human body compared to the rest of the bones.